Fire Escape Academy inspector training videos. Here we are in Lowell doing downtown walkarounds, alleyway inspections. And let's take a look at a couple of things right off the bat. This is typical, they do this all the time. They start putting AC units up on fire escape type systems. So these must be inspected just like a fire escape, because in case there's a fire on these ACs, guess what the firemen are going to use to get on it and fix it and put it out? Exactly. So these are balconies and all exterior, steel wooden stairs, balconies, and fire escapes must be inspected. So now let's go back here and let's see if this was properly through bolted. Does that look like through bolting, or does it look like?
Looks like it could be through bolting.
And we can do a pull test on that. Otherwise, if it's a expansion bolt,
I already have them coming out here.
and it's expansion, right? Expansion bolt. So, is that proper for this much weight?
No.
All right. So right now, you've got these people that, and we've got two systems. We've got another one over here that somebody used a piece of it. So we'll talk about that one in a second. But this one's a good one right now. So you have a monstrous system. Now somebody came in and kind of welded it all up. So let's talk about the welds. How am I going to guarantee that weld for you? Lots of money. What other options do you have for me?
You could plate it.
Just pop a bolt in it, right?
Yeah.
So that one, I'll do that, no problem. What do you want me to do on this one?
Same thing. Put a bolt through it.
Put a bolt through it. I don't have to deal with the welds anymore, right?
Right.
Keep the welds, right? So we're not removing welds.
Right.
And big, huge unit, through bolting. So, and that's easily done, right? Let's say that I'm going to try to get inside and put a plate inside, but they say it's finished walls or whatever.
Yep.
What's the other option?
Epoxy bolt.
Epoxy bolt. How about the other way around? And this happens all the time. Oh, I got trash trucks. I got all kinds of things happening underneath. They're going to smash into it. Can I do a reverse cantilever system up there somewhere and then suspend it and grab it and eliminate all these brackets from below?
Yep.
Through bolted up above, you know.
Yep.
Can I just suspend it from above? So that's the answer a lot of times in these alleyways. How you stop trash trucks, you reverse suspend it. Okay? So now we're going to talk about this one. Let's talk about this one. And now they used an old fire escape system here, and they got a piece that is not blocking any window to my knowledge, and they said, let me throw an AC unit on there. Any evidence of maintenance?
None.
Original hardware?
Yep.
Everywhere, right?
Everywhere.
The bolt's been reinforced back into the wall?
No.
So, is this allowed on a place that has no windows? Can they do this? Is this to your with permission? Is this allowed?
No.
Okay. So, if they want to have a separate unit, because I'm sure that's more than 100 pounds per square foot on that one.
Absolutely.
Trash truck hit this, so they have a lottery ticket here. Just because they hit the ladder only, now the whole thing must be reinforced. Single action requiring no special knowledge. Now I gotta lift a grate. Is that typical? That I gotta learn how to lift a grate?
No.
So nobody allowed. Actually, they closed it off completely. So there's roof access, original hardware, square head bolts, and we got a ladder with a lock on it. So how do I? Again, all this was done to stop people from breaking in.
Right.
So now what's the answer here? How about a ladder that comes sliding down on a weight balance? Can you have a ladder that slides down on a weight box? Sure. Or I can do this 7 to 9 feet off the ground and cut it off so I jump the last piece. And can I have that up there, but I put some sort of release mechanism that has no lock? Because again, for me to get up there and do that, I'd have to get up there. So if I can get up there anyway, it's a moot point whether or not the thing is covered. But this is typical, people covering up fire escape ladders this way. Okay? So now let's focus our attention backwards. Let's look at that monster up there, the staircase to nowhere. Let's see if we can see what that building is. It doesn't seem to, I can't see any lights on there. And that's a big monster fire escape that used to come down here. Okay, used to come down here before they put in all these AC units. So they removed everything to make it basically obsolete. But now they've made the fourth floor, the third floor and the second floor, there's no second means of egress. And is that allowed on any building? Because even though they don't have any renters, no occupants, which is okay, you can have a dead building. But so the fire escape is no longer for your occupants. Who's the fire escape for? The firemen. So now the firemen can't get into this building. Now, a lot of people don't realize that you know, you're basically breaking the law by not having two means of egress. So firemen can come up the front stairs and then only to find out they have no other way to get out of this building. So you're basically trapping firemen. So you have to keep a full system operational. So that's what you have here. This is a dangerous building, they call it. I don't know if you have a list, a dangerous buildings list. This one would be on it. And the fireman would need some signage on this thing to say that this is the second, and this is a surround and drown kind of fire escape system that you have here. So did you have any other specific questions about the fire escape to nowhere?
I see that from the road all the time. And I just...
Yeah, it's a life safety issue right now for firemen only. Even though the owner's going to tell you, I don't have any renters, I don't use the upstairs for anything. Dude, it doesn't matter. You know, you need another means of agreement.
Change that. What if the interior has been remodeled, but it does have a second?
Perfect. Then you got to remove this.
Like,
got to get rid of it. Otherwise, it's a false.
Because we do have that a lot in a lot of this downtown. The interior has been remodeled from its original use to have a second means of egress.
Then this has got to go. Because right now, this will send a false signal to a fireman who shows up.
And that's part of it, at least tagging it.
Right. As an unsafe structure. Just get it off. Okay, you got to remove it. But at the same time, they've also done this down below. So this now became the focus. Let's say that there is 2 staircases, so that's got to get all removed. And this over here. And in the meantime, let's say it's going to take a year, 2 or 3 before they remove it all. Can we put enough signage on that? So anything that is in flux, anything that is in the mix of things, the signage, which is very cheap, that says an unsafe structure. So you put signage all over the fire escape so that no fireman will ever misleadingly use that.
Right. Absolutely.
That's what you're looking for. And then this over here needs to be through bolted, because right now this is a lot of weight, and it'll start the domino effect in case this ever falls. Perfect.
Any heat,